students of 8th class. In the next video, let's begin a new chapter of civics. That is the second chapter, the Union Executive. We can also say it is a union government or a central government or the ruling party other than president. Again, I say we can say the Union Executive, by which it's a government by which the whole administration of India runs. And we have its head, executive head is president and vice president. President is the nominal head. The real head is prime minister. The real head is prime minister of. President has the power, we can say, with no power at all. The whole power resides with the prime minister and the council of ministers. President and the vice president are just nominal head. Okay, all the policies and decisions are taken in the name of the president only. And we shall also see the civil servants, or we can say the bureaucrats, all those public servants who are doing, high officers, railway officers, defense officers, etc. They all are civil servants. So they come under the Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers have they don't have any knowledge about the railway ministry or about defense ministry or about road ministry. They, Council of Ministers, they don't have knowledge. It is the civil servants, the officers or the bureaucrats who have knowledge about the administration of the country. So, students, we shall read one by one about all this: president, vice president, prime minister, council of minister, and civil servant. So, here we have its book says, while the legislature makes laws, it is the job of the executive to carry out or enforce laws. So, what is the work of the government or the central government or the working government? To enforce laws. The executive of the government of India consists of president, vice president, prime minister, and the council of ministers. The president, under a parliamentary form of government, is president is a constitutional head of executive of the Indian Union. I told you already. As a matter of fact, the president is nominal head. He doesn't have much power. Power resides or is vested in the hands of the prime minister. The government is effectively run by the prime minister and his council of ministers on behalf of the president. The real executive power vests in the council of minister and the headed by the prime minister. Prime minister is also minister, just a prime. Okay, head by over the council of ministers. To seek election for the high office of the president of India, what qualification should have? Who? The president. President should be at least 35 years of age. He should not hold any office of profit under the central or state government. That means there should not be any other dignity, government dignity or government job under president or anybody. Those who that means only one single profit can be held by the president. So he should not hold any office of profit. Only if he becomes president, he has to resign from other jobs, government jobs. The elected members of both the houses of parliament and the elected members of legislative assembly elect the president by casting their votes. It is not there in the book, I think, but president is elected with proportional in accordance with the proportional representation by the means of a single transferable vote system and elected by indirectly elected by the legislative assemblies and both the houses of the parliament, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So present president is Ramnath Kovind, the president of India. Once the president is elected, he remains in the office for a period of 5 years. So he can be re-elected also. He can be removed also if he goes against the constitution or incapacity of any behavior, his behavior. He can be removed. The process is of his removal is known as a uh, impeachment. Students, these are the powers of the president. He appoints the prime minister first and the union council of ministers.